Always a lot happening in footy, Cage, I don't mind telling you. $1.7 million to be divided up amongst Collingwood and St Kilda. Some of that money go to the players. Seems nearly worthwhile to play another grand final now.
Well, it does. Everybody is rewarded, generally. Like the umpires, they get $15,000 a pop, so they've earned $30,000 in a week. The players have had a huge financial bonanza. And look, so it should. They're the people putting on the entertainment. If the AFL is making all this money, and they are, hey, a slice of the cake has to go to the players, and I say good luck to them.
All right, no question it'll be a sellout. Now, Gary Ablett Jr., of course, has announced that he's off to the Gold Coast. The elite midfielder, Cage, 2 premierships with Geelong, Brownlow medalist, 4 times All-Australian, 3 times the AFL Coaches Association champion player. He's a life member of the Geelong Footy Club too, 192 games. Do you think he was tempted just for a moment to say, I'll play one more season, those 8 games gets me into the 200 with the same club?
No, I don't think that would have...
I think the money just took care of everything?
I think the money was the big influence. He made the point in his press conference, General, that he didn't make up his mind until yesterday. He'd been in Hamilton Island for a holiday and thinking about things, and he made the point, rightly or wrongly, that yesterday was the day that he came to the decision that he's off to the Gold Coast. And look, you can't blame him. Like, the money is enormous. He can now set up his future, the rest of his life. And good luck to him. He's given the Cats tremendous service. He said 2 premierships. He's done it all. So I say to Gary Ablett Jr., good on you, son.
I don't doubt that anyone would begrudge him from going, Cage. We're starting to get a little bit cynical. Like Bomber Thompson's come out and said yesterday he's exhausted, wants to have 3 months off, and suddenly everyone goes, well, that means he's going to Essendon because his name's been mentioned.
Well, there's still people saying that.
I know that. Gary Ablett says, I only made my mind up yesterday, but people had struggled to believe that. When Paul Roux said, I won't be coaching again in the AFL, no one believed that. Have we got to the stage where there's so much smoke and mirrors, when people are actually honest, no one believes them?
Well, that's probably a very valid point. I believe Gary Ablett Jr. Look, it would have been an enormous decision for the young man to make, whether he goes to the Gold Coast, whether he stays at Geelong, where his father made it famous. He followed his footsteps. It would have been a huge decision, but at the end of the day, we're talking about, what, $7 or $8 million over 5 years, and hey, who could knock that back?
I don't think anyone can blame him, and I believe him too, Cage. I don't think he made his mind up until yesterday. I reckon he's wrestled with it for a long time. And I think he finally said, and he was into a corner where he had to make the decision. I think he would have preferred to actually not have to make it, but in the end he had to.
The other interesting part now is the compensation for the Geelong Cats.
Oh, you can't compensate that.
Well, see, that's my issue in this whole business, that there you have Geelong has just lost the best player in AFL football. They can't be compensated accurately for that. Now, that's going to have a huge effect on what happens to Geelong next year as a club. I reckon it's the end of the era. Will Bomber Thompson come back? If he doesn't, a new coach is required there. Hey, some interesting times for the Cats.
Are they nearly 3 strikes you're out? Bomber Thompson may not go on.
Yep.
Ablett's gone. Frank Costa, the genius of the whole thing, he's got a year to go, and then he's leaving.
I think he's going to stay in the minor role. Well, it is. You can't lose people of that calibre. That's the issue. The best player in the AFL competition, one of the best coaches going around, and one of the nicest guys as president, Frank Costa. So you can't lose that calibre of person and be successful.
Just a quick one before we go, Cage. James Hird, of course, appointed as coach of Essendon. Now we've gone past all the emotion and how great it was for Essendon to get him. Good decision or a bad decision, Cage? And I'll ask you this question. If you drafted a player this year, would you give him the captaincy of the club?
If you drafted a player?
If you drafted first round draft pick, put him in your club, would you make him captain that year?
First round draft? What, a new player?
Yep.
No, I wouldn't know.
Well, why would you make James Hird coach when he's never coached?
Well, you've got to take a punt.
But you wouldn't do it with a player. Why would you do it with a coach?
Well, because a player at that level is unproven. Hird as a coach is unproven, but as a player in AFL circles, and you've got to start somewhere. You've got to start somewhere. Now, whether James Hird goes in there, he's made the point, and I think very professionally, that he wants a senior assistant, a man who's coached and coached premierships. Look, I think it's a great move by this footy club. It's a punt, it's a gamble, no question. But I think the positive side of his appointment, the membership, the supporters, the players, I think it will have an enormous amount of positive stuff about it.
I agree with that. Look, I think it's, from that point of view, absolutely fantastic. But I'm just wondering how you appoint a coach when he's had no experience. Well, I don't think we respect what coaches go through.
No, true, and I can't argue that. But I think in this modern time now, when we see Hirdy say, look, I'll take the job, but I'm going to appoint a senior assistant, and he knows full well that he's got to build a team. Coaching now is not just one man. It's about a team, and that's been the situation down at the Geelong Cats. It's about a panel now, not one man.
Well, depending on his team, I think he'll do a great job if he gets the right panel around him. If he doesn't, I think he's in a bit of trouble.
Well, he's just too professional, and he's too strong-willed for this to fall over, I think.
All right. Well, where's Michael Voss? Is he the similar? I mean, he's strong-willed. Had a good year first year, and
he did
struggled this year.
But he didn't have a senior. See, this is where it's a bit different. He's made the point. I want a senior assistant, a man who's coached at AFL level. Vossi went bingo straight in there.
That's where Hurdy's shown the first.
The water that Vossi jumped in was a lot deeper.
Fair enough too.